What up guys, Genesee Public, not bringing you guys some Marvel this time, kind of deviating a bit, showing you guys some Street Fighter 5 beta footage. Also, I'm going to go ahead, this is going to be like I guess my little mini review of the beta so far and what I think about Street Fighter 5. I'm going to go ahead and break this down into pros and cons type way of doing it, instead of just rambling on about a bunch of shit that I usually do. I'm going to go ahead and kind of break it down of what I like and what I don't like. So I guess I'll go ahead and show you on the screen so like you don't get lost, I guess, and that'd be better for everybody in general. So anyways, okay, so we're going to start off with pro and then we're going to go con and then kind of back and forth. So also just to let y'all know guys, the footage that you guys are seeing right now is basically like when I was playing the beta. So it's just, I usually just went the Ryu route. Just trying to kind of learn how to play the game. Learning characters is something I kind of want to do when the full cast is unleashed and I have the game. So that's you know, put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyways, continuing on. Okay, so like I said, pros and cons. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the pro this time because I want to be generally positive to Street Fighter 5 because it's good. So pro, I love the art style so far. The way the game looks is pretty good. The characters look really good. It's a lot better than the 4s, I'll give you that. The way the characters kind of move around is kind of janky-ish to me. But like it's starting to, I can tell that it's going to get good as it goes on. And also like, just the way the moves look, I'm glad that they didn't really kind of sway away from the water style thing. Like, you know, when Ryu does his Tatsu, his EX Tatsu, excuse me. Yeah, it's kind of like a water effect and watermark type stuff, and I've always liked that from 4, so I think I'm glad that they kind of kept that around. And also the electric, whenever you turn into Denjin, you know, the lightning effects, Chun-Li's little double hand things that she gets whenever she goes into V-Trigger. I think that's pretty cool. I like the way all that looks. The critical arts, all those look really cool. I'm loving the art style of the game so far. So that's a pro, so we're gonna go con next. This is a thing that a lot of people will probably be like, what the hell, you know, why is this such a big thing to you? It's because it's a big thing of the game. So my first con is gonna be the hidden block sound effects. Ooh, these are really bad for me so far. They remind me really bad of Street Fighter Cross Tekken's hit blocks, hit sounds and block animation, or sounds, sorry, not animation. Animations are good, but the sound effects just, they do not sound really good right now. I fear that those are going to be the ones that we have now for the entire game when the game actually ships. And I really hate that because the block sound effects just don't sound great. They sound very, I don't even know how they make those, to be honest. I kind of want to see how they make the block sound effects. Because they sound like... like, I don't know, they're really heavy sounding and stuff like that, and it just doesn't, me personally, I don't really dig it. Like I said, it reminds me of Cross Tekken's sound effects, and I really didn't like those sound effects. That's one thing I feel is a step back in, because Street Fighter 4 has really good hit sound effects and also block sound effects. They're a little more quiet and a little easier to read. They're not too distracting, kind of, basically. So that's my first con. Second pro so far is the game mechanics, the way the game is playing so far. So basically, your V-trigger system, your V-skill and critical art, and your V-reversal. I really love that. That's really cool. It gives every character something special to do. Not everybody has, like, you know, the same shit. You know, in Street Fighter 4, everybody has access to focus attack and just their little separate moves and stuff like that, but now it's like everybody has their own thing that makes them, you know, that you can do. Ryu has his parries, you know, Chun-Li has her double hit things. Her V-skill does that little like jump up, cross up thing, and Tatsu, his V-skill is the parry, and Nash, you know, has a bunch of other crazy stuff, and that's really cool. I like the way that's going. I really have no problems with it. There's nothing I can really say. I think it's a really good thing. That's why it's in my pro. So, second con so far, it sucks because as the cons go on, they're kind of things that I don't want to bitch about because I know they might be fakes later on. So this is a con so far, is the stages so far. In the beta there was the China stage the waterfall stage and the London stage. The waterfall stage actually looks really good, and that's the last stage that was revealed for everybody. And right now, those two other stages weren't all that great. Apart from the waterfall stage. Waterfall stage I feel is pretty good, but it's like, I hope it's something that they build on, because that stage looks pretty damn cool so far. So I hope that the stages just get better as they go along, but just speaking from the beta, I'm really not a fan of the stages so far. And I know it's a nitpicky thing, so who cares about the stage, but aesthetics are, important at times, so that's just me, me doing that. So. My third pro would be the cast so far. I'm really loving the cast. I know people kind of are bitching about the cast right now. Oh, I want Karen, where's Alex, where's this character, where's X character, where's Y character. But I feel like the cast that they got so far, as of right now, Armika has been revealed. I'm pretty sure soon a new character might be revealed, but we have the characters that we played in the beta, which is the initial 6. And of course we got Ken, Nikali, Vega, and Armika. So I feel like it's a really good amount of characters. A lot of Street Fighter 2 characters, but what do you expect? They're iconic characters. Some really good alpha characters that haven't been seen in a while. There's still, as of right now, some few characters that haven't been revealed for the initial 16 launch characters that I'm kind of interested in seeing. I'm more interested in seeing the new characters more than the returning characters. I really hope they give some really good characters back. I mean, not back, but I hope they really give some really good new characters, because 4 gave us some pretty decent amount of good characters. I know not everybody likes Rufus and Nakan, but it gave us Jury, Sea Viper. More of the female characters were what people like the most, which is pretty funny. But I just hope that the cast stays this good and you just get more and more good characters. So that's my pro. So the next con is kind of I'm pretty sure people are gonna fight me on this, because I know a lot of people do say that they like high damage and high stun, but that's a con for me right now. And it's not a con for me. You're probably gonna call me a scrub and you suck and don't push buttons and stuff like that. But my problem with high damage and stun is that Capcom specifically said that they want this game to appeal to beginner players. They want to get casual players to play. And right now, high damage and high stun doesn't really appeal to casual people. There's no comeback mechanics, there's none of that. It's just a pure footsie type game so far. So as much as people hate gimmicky shit like X Factor and Pandora and all that stuff that is gimmicky comeback bullshit, people like that because some new people need something to get into. If a new person comes in, and I've seen it when I played the beta, I had some people want to play it, and they got bodied by somebody who knew what was going on, and they just really seemed displeased and didn't want to play it anymore. I just think that it's kind of how do I describe it? Double-handed sword, because they want to appeal to obviously more casual people, but at the same time a lot of competitive people are going to be playing this, especially online, since they're seeing that online is going to be their big thing. It's going to turn on some people always, and I don't know, I just feel like it's a thing that it's a con for me right now. I kind of do like the high damage and stun, but I just don't see it being a casual friendly thing if it stays like that. So sorry it's a con, but yeah, it has to be one. Anyways, the other pro I got so far, I only got one left, sorry, is the music. And I know people are gonna say oh shit, this music fucking sucks, it's all electronic bullshit. And every time I go to YouTube channels, I have either the sample music, which you guys should go check out for most of the music for the characters that they've released so far. I know there's Ryuken, Charlie, what else? I'm not sure who else, but I know 3 of those do have music suites. And apart from the character select screen that has a pretty decent amount of music. But so far that music is just really, really good. Charlie so far is really, really good. I love his Alpha 2 theme, so I'm glad that they kind of just remixed that one more to a darker version of that one to kind of show how dangerous and how creepy he is of a character. But I kind of like it. It's really good so far. It's not beating 4 by any means right now, or any of the previous Street Fighter 4s, but the more and more I hear it, I kind of have high hopes for it. So right now it's kind of in my pro category. So now the last con. Now this one's gonna kind of be a little decisive and it's a little picky, but I have to say the connection when I played the beta had to be in a con. Mostly because, like, okay, fine. So you know, we get this out of the way. I was playing under internet connection that was 20 up and 5 down. So my connection was okay. It was decent, and there was times where I would get some okay matches where the connection wasn't too bad. But there's a problems that I had in the beta where sometimes when you get a knockdown on an opponent, their wake up animation would never play out. It would just skip their quick rise animation. And that kind of, it really pissed me off because it's not like I'm a setup type person, because this game's really not too much about setups. They exist, but they're not like the end all be all for this. Especially as I'm playing Ryu, he's not really a setup person. You know, he doesn't have a big ass vortex in this game. But it kind of throws off somebody when like you can't see certain shit. That's what threw me off a lot. And when I've seen the connection as bad as it can go, and it's pretty bad. So like, I was just hoping that, I mean, obviously, okay, yeah, another thing is that it's way better than 4. Even if this isn't like the end all be all for the connection for the beta, or for Street Fighter 5 when it actually comes out, the beta connection was way better than Street Fighter 4's connection. Street Fighter 4, I don't know what the hell they were doing, but that wasn't really good online. I don't get how people can play that. Not worse, I mean, it's worse than Marvel for sure, because Marvel has probably the worst online, but it's way better than 4, I'll give it that. Even though it's under the con category right now, it's way better than 4, miles ahead. So I'm hoping it just gets slightly better, so where it's not that bad. And again, it's also maybe depending on who I was fighting. Maybe I was fighting people from China or Japan, or you know, not even that. I'm not sure if like I was fighting people from other countries. Maybe just at the end of the country. Oops, sorry. The end of the other country. You know, I was flying somebody from like SoCal or something. I live in Texas, so it's a pretty long distance. So I'm just hoping it gets better. I would like to take it off the con list, but as of right now, it's a con. So that's about it. There's pros and cons. So far my pros for the game is I love the art style, game mechanics, which is the V trigger, V skill, and critical art, pretty good. I love the cast so far. Hopefully it gets even more better. The music so far is really good too. I suggest you go check out those videos of the little character suites they got going there. And then my cons so far are the hit and block sound effects. Not liking. The stages so far are really not great. High damage and high stun are a thing that I feel is gonna kind of conflicts with how Capcom's idea of getting new players it's just gonna conflict. I really don't see those two working. That's the only reason why it's under the con list. Otherwise, I think it's okay. And of course, the connection so far. I'm hoping it gets a lot better. It's feasible at times, but I just wish that it would be the best internet possible, to where, you know, if y'all both have really good connection, it'd feel like you're fighting, excuse me, right next to each other. So again, it's better by 4. That's about it, guys. I think that's good. If let me know what you guys thought about it also, because I know a lot of people played that beta, not just me. So just let me know if you agree or disagree with any of the stuff about my pros and cons. I love to kind of hear your feedback. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.